This is the Altitude Daily Podcast. Everything you can't miss from today on Altitude Sports Radio. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
I think tonight's where the Nuggets, this is where Vic, you help me out here.
Yeah.
Because there are times when the Nuggets would play the Lakers, and the Lakers say, well, we really got something now. This is personal. Mm-hmm. And what would I say? Make it all the personal, vendetta you want. I couldn't, because you're not as good. I don't care if it's personal to you, Lakers. You ain't going to win because you're not good. You're not going to beat the Nuggets. Now, I guess my question to you is, where does the personal fight back come from tonight from the Denver Nuggets in a blowout, embarrassing loss?
Well, I'll tell you.
Does the personal pride factor figure in tonight? The Oklahoma City Thunder are a better basketball team.
I'll give you a quote from Adelman from yesterday. In the NBA playoffs, a lot of the time, the whistle and the way the game is played is who hits first. Mm-hmm. And I thought they hit first, second, and third in game 2. Tomorrow, we have to be the aggressor, and I expect us to be.
If you play a certain style from the onset, the referees adjust to that style. They will, because they can't foul out the entire team.
Yeah. The
referees will adjust to that style. And I guess what I'm asking is, what style do the Nuggets want to play? They're in their home now. You determine the style. And if your hope is all of a sudden the Nuggets turn into He-Man and Incredible Hulks and start throwing people, that's not going to happen. That's not this team. That's not their makeup. All I'm saying is you got to defend one another. You've got to be able to hold your own in that department. This team is going to win because it's skilled, because it's got Nikola Jokic, the best player on the planet, and it's got to knock down shots. It's not going to win. These aren't the Detroit Pistons here. This isn't Bill Laimbeer throwing bodies around. It's not how they win. If that's what you're expecting tonight, go home.
Yeah, but I think that the Thunder need to know, and you're right, because they're a better team. But if the Nuggets are going to win, if they win 3 of these games by a point, I don't care. It's fine. But I want one where they actually send a message to the Thunder that, you know what, we are those guys. We are those former champions who know how to get it done in the most important moments.
Right.
I want a little bit of a thumping. You know what I mean? And again, that sounds greedy, and it sounds. I just think those kids need to know who they're playing.
The Altitude Daily, the morning sprint.
Berto mentions, right, you get one game, one win per series with Jamal Murray, typically. What he didn't go on to mention, Jamal doesn't really ever go off early in a series. Jamal Murray needs to feel out his competition.
So you're saying it's more games 4 through 7?
It is more games 4 through 7. Now, it is not a concrete rule. There are a few series like the Phoenix series.
Yeah, and you got to think that 2023 run was generational. You didn't even have a chance to get late to any series, to be honest, right?
In 2023, he kind of eases into the Minnesota series, but he drops 40 in game 2. He drops 35 in game 6 against Phoenix the very next round, 34 in game 1, 32 in game 3. That 2023 run, Jamal was just
playoff mode.
He was unconscious.
Period.
The entire 5 games against LA, the dude couldn't miss. So I look at the 2023 run and I go, that's probably the best we will ever see him in terms of a consistency standpoint. More often than not, though, he needs to wade into the waters. You mentioned that no one jumped into the pool in game 2. Jamal needed to dip his toe in a little bit. And I think he did in game 1. That makes me think that between games 3 and game 6, you're about to see Jamal drop 35 plus. It might happen tonight. Now, it's not a guarantee, but he is the type of guy that needs to see what the opponent is throwing at him, what they're throwing at his teammates, and almost allowing the opposition to forget about playoff Jamal Murray. A couple of games where he's just not playing well and he feels like he's disinterested. That felt like game 1 and game 2. And then out of nowhere, he drops 35 on your head. 35 and 8 on your head. It could very well happen tonight.
It could be tonight. For whatever reason, I'm not having playoff mall vibes tonight. I'm having tremendous, well-rounded Nuggets team basketball vibes tonight.
The Altitude Daily. Columbus, Hastings, and DMAC.
What changes are Pickett? You think he gets a shot tonight? Think you see him at all?
Have we heard anything on MPJ.
Ooh, I don't know. You got that mysterious injury report sort of.
Well, yeah.
Doobie, what's it?
Yeah, you're asking us what we've heard. You're supposed to be the herd guy.
Well, I think you can get on ESPN as a site.
Oh, well, you're just over my head
Front
already.
page of ESPN does have a Denver athlete as the cover story.
Who's that?
RJ Harvey.
Really?
RJ Harvey. He is the photo of 15 NFL draft picks who landed with the perfect team. Why RJ Harvey fits the Broncos.
Oh, okay. Very exciting. We'll see him this weekend. Saturday. We know the times. We know we are all set for rookie minicamp. Everything's. Guys are interested?
No.
Okay. But
I did see the times.
Only Deron Holmes.
Okay.
No list on the injury report.
All right, MPJ. I guess it's time to shine. I guess you're not on the injury report.
Right.
But I do believe in that whole thing, man. I do believe that. You put a uniform on, a jersey on, a sweater on. You put it on.
That's the deal, man. It's everybody plays with pain, and everybody's got injuries. But the second you put that jersey on, the second you get on the court, the second you get on the field, nobody cares.
That's it.
They don't care.
You're saying you're good enough to go.
The thing with an injury too. See if you agree with this, Tyler. It's not only pain, because we've all played with injuries that hurt, or coming back from a serious injury, even that caused surgery. It's not just the pain of the injury. Sometimes it's the fear of the pain that you're going to have to go through.
Yep.
And you got to get through that fear. Oh, if I do this is going to hurt. Reaching for a rebound with the left hand or whatever it might be for Michael.
I would think he's been through that, though. I mean, he's been playing on it for 2 weeks.
But it probably hurts. And so I just think your natural body says, well, no, you don't want to reach for that. You know, you and I got horrible backs. You know that if you turn to the left and bend down, that ain't going to be good for your back. So you got to avoid.
Heating pad on as we speak.
So there you go. I remember when I came back from my very first surgery, and I'm playing in a game, and I ended up and it was my right knee, but I ended up twisting my left ankle. And I went back and watched the film, and I go, you know why? Because I jumped up for a rebound, but when I came down, you know what I did? I kept my right leg bent a little bit more, so I wouldn't land on it with force. And instead of landing on my left ankle, caught front of somebody's foot, twisted my ankle.
Yeah.
And had I gone with both feet down, I probably the ankle wouldn't have been that bad or anything. But it was probably my fear. You know, I still didn't have the confidence to come down and land on it without being hurt. So I ended up hurting myself differently because I did that. And I think Michael's going through that a little bit. It probably is painful. It's this second-degree sprain, right, that we've been told. So now you think, well, if I put it up to here, I'm good. But when I go up my elbow above my shoulder, I know that's going to hurt.
Do you think there'll be a change tonight or not?
No, I don't think early. I think there'll be a short hook though.
I mean, okay. How short?
Well,
I mean, it's been pretty short. He's played the least amount of minutes of any starter. It's already been a kind of a short hook.
Well, he got 10 shots up in his short minutes the other night.
I guess so. Yeah, I suppose so. Made those really critical 3-pointers in the second half.
The Altitude Daily. Kreckman and Lindahl.
I'm going to give you the same question that I gave to George Sedano. Do you have any idea what to expect tonight? I don't have any. I don't have a gut feel for anything. Like, remember when it was noticeable. I was grumpy before Avs games last week because I hate them matching up against the Stars.
You?
Yeah, I know. It was a shock. I don't have any. I feel neutral on this topic. I have no idea. They could get blown out. They could do the blowing out. We could get a close game. I don't know.
I don't think. Okay, this is my gut feel on tonight's game, and this is the best I can do for it because I don't have an outcome-based result that I could provide you. I do believe this is a fourth quarter game tonight.
Okay.
I think this is a tight game that is going to be played between the Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think the Nuggets have a big-time response in them coming out quickly in this game. Now, one of the things that is going to be key, and Hastings talked about it a little bit before he took off, is shots have to be made early on in this game. Dudes have to get going. If the Nuggets can do that, I think they can win. I know they came back in game one. I don't condone the idea of constantly playing from a trailing position against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're too good.
Yeah, try to avoid the double-digit deficit if you could.
Yes.
That's not living the right way.
Yes. What happened in game one, hopefully by the time the series ends, we're not like, well, that was a total fluke. You know, I hope that's not the case. I hope that was the matter of a team staying within striking distance and then being able to make the key plays in crunch time like they needed to. But I think the Nuggets are going to play a lot better tonight. I think I don't know how to predict Michael Porter. Okay, I just don't know how to predict him. All right, because I don't know what's going on with his shoulder, but he did hit a couple of shots in the third quarter the other day. I'm sure he's working on the shot. Like it's a part of the way this injury is affecting him. And Adelman talked about it is like, you know, as he's going up, because I know the injury is with his guide hand, but any shooter, like the guide hand goes up with the ball as you shoot your jump shot. All right. So if the adjustment that he has to make is, you know, his shooting hand leaves his guide hand earlier, so to speak. Okay. Well, guess what? He's had 2 days to work on that, right? And that doesn't require a whole bunch of energy to be extended. That's just merely like, okay, if I currently have to make an adjustment to my shooting form so I feel like I can shoot the ball more comfortably this way, I'm confident he's going to put the work in to be able to do it. And maybe tonight's the night where he makes 4 or 5 threes and goes for 16, 17 points, and his contribution is felt, and they can win this game.
Well, it'd be great if he and Jamal both went off, shot threes well.
Yeah, totally.
That could lead to the comfortable win.
Yep.
You've been listening to the Altitude Daily. Catch us live weekdays on 92.5 FM, the Altitude Sports Radio app, twitch.tv/AltitudeSR, youtube.com/Altitude Sports Radio, and your favorite smart speaker. Say Altitude Sports Radio.